Fruits are actually a superior muscle building food for a variety of reasons, and I'm going to get into a few of those reasons here. The first thing you got to know is the most important nutrient for muscle growth is carbohydrates, specifically the glucose that the carbohydrates break down into. That is absolutely essential not only for maintaining muscle size, strength, and performance, but also building on that size, strength, and performance. And when you look at the muscle composition, you'll understand why. 3/4 of skeletal muscle tissue is actually made up of water and glucose combined, or water and glycogen. And muscle stores water and glycogen to a 3-to-1 ratio, meaning for every 1 molecule of glycogen, which is stored glucose, you get 3 molecules of water. Only about 24% of muscle mass is actually made of protein. When it comes to maintaining and building growing muscle hypertrophy, you need to do whatever you can to maintain what you have. And so having a high carbohydrate and high water-rich diet is ideal for doing so. And this is where fruits really come out to shine. Now, you have a variety of different carbohydrate-rich foods. You have whole grains, potatoes, and things like that, which are typically starchy foods. And these starchy foods are carbohydrates that take a prolonged period of time to gradually break down into simpler forms of glucose and be shuttled to that muscle tissue, as well as all of the other vital organs and cells in your body. And then you have legumes, which are actually very rich in protein, amino acids, and things like that, which also are important and serve their own functions. But when we look at fruits, fruits are dominant in what muscle mass is mostly made out of, which is water and glycogen with a little bit of protein. Now, in particular, fruits tend to be higher on the glycemic index, which means that they break down into glucose faster in the digestive process, and they go to your muscle tissue faster, which leads to faster muscle recovery and faster fueling of the muscle in order to maintain the size, structure, and performance of that muscle tissue. Training is inherently destructive to muscle tissue, right? When you engage in intense resistance training or hypertrophy training, as you go through the workout, you get deeper and deeper into a catabolic state, right? Catabolism, or catabolic, meaning breakdown, cellular breakdown, protein breakdown, muscle breakdown. And as stored glycogen inside the muscle depletes, and as water stored inside the muscle depletes, and the electrolytes in the muscle depletes, you get deeper into catabolism, and then your training performance starts to dip off. This is also a reason why you don't really want your workouts being too long. In my personal experience and all of my coaching experience with others, the sweet spot is where your workout is in between 20 to 30 minutes, being 45 minutes at the most. But if you're engaging in high intensity training, this is where you really get the most bang for your buck. If you can achieve a maximum muscle stimulus in a shorter period of time with less training volume, then why would you do more training volume over a more prolonged period of time? All you do is build up more waste, acid, and various different types of metabolites, which increase oxidative stress on your body, not just in skeletal muscle, but all of your vital organs altogether. And this increases the demand of functionality for your kidneys. When you have a fruit-dominant diet and training sessions in the adequate time frame, this is what allows you to maintain muscle integrity as well as improve overall health, not just inside your joints, connective tissues, muscles, but all of your vital organs. And kidney function is directly tied into that. And so with fruits in particular are very beneficial for kidney function. Fruits are very rich in water, glucose, and electrolytes. Electrolytes essentially are minerals with electrical charge, right? So we're talking sodium, potassium, and magnesium primarily. And fruits are more so dominant in magnesium and potassium, okay, which is very important for maintaining adequate hydration levels, which is needed in order for optimal nervous system function, muscular contraction, muscle preservation, and muscle growth. Now, a fruit-dominant diet in relation to kidney function does two things. First and foremost, the fruits allow for optimal kidney function, removing acid buildup, removing waste products, metabolites, and things like that, which increases and improves muscle recovery, full body recovery, mental and emotional health, digestive health, everything, blood flow, etc., hormonal balance, optimal testosterone, etc. And all of these things contribute to greater bone density, muscle growth, muscle retention, sleep quality, etc. The list goes on. But number two is when you have these blood sugar spikes, these short-term blood sugar spikes from fruit consumption, that signals to your kidneys to retain more electrolytes, right? And to retain more water, so you get adequate and sustained hydration. This is very important for reducing the likelihood of injury to your tendons, ligaments, bones, getting muscle spasms and things like this. A raw vegan diet, specifically a fruit-based raw vegan diet, is actually very rich in B vitamins and vitamin K, as well as all types of beneficial digestive enzymes and amino acids, which have this accumulative effect that really improves digestive health, your gut microbiome, and those things combined lead to a better hormonal profile. For example, when it comes to adequate testosterone, you need hydration, you need magnesium, you need potassium, you need copper, you need vitamin K1 as a substrate for vitamin K2. And a fruit-dominant diet provides an abundance of all of those things. And so you get a physique that is very athletic as long as your training is on par. This only works if you're actually training. I'm REMSON NOIRE, high raw vegan nutritionist and fitness coach of over 10 years of coaching experience.